Hello everyone and welcome back to Amnesia Justine. Today we will be doing the good route, which is where we will save everybody. It shouldn't be too difficult. I've done this 2 times before and many more times in the past.
Bienvenue. You are now listening to the sound of my disembodied voice. It will serve you no purpose to look for me, for this is a voice from the past. I bid you welcome to my cabinet of perturbation. It is my study of the human psyche, specifically yours. A set of recordings have been prepared to chaperone you through the chambers ahead. There are a few parts to this study, and it is up to you, not only to pass, but to figure out what elements are important. Please go on. Move into the next chamber. Just remember, they can all be saved. There is always a way.
Funny she says that she obviously has no intention of letting them go, as evident by the ending. Even the people that do get saved, she just leaves them behind when she regains her memories. Because of course if they got out, they would tell higher authorities about the whole thing. You know, she's gotten away with a lot. The murder of her father, the kidnapping and torture of Eloise, Basile and Marlowe. And of course the kidnapping of these 3 poor souls that we're about to save in quotations. I guess it really is just simply influence and charisma and also a high position. It's still so weird to think about though. And scary too.
Whoever you are, if you could help
Kinda wish every one of the suitors had a note.
me, please.
I suppose Basile's note is kind of like the not Basile's note, Basile's phonograph thingy that he had with Justine is kind of like his note. But I would have liked one from Marlowe and Basile personally. Also, as for this poor unfortunate soul, there's no saving this guy.
It's not too late to set things.
He's simply just, we have to leave him. I don't know why there's no, I mean, I get leaving him is counted as saving him by the game, but there is no way to actually unshackle him. Because as you'll see, he's chained by, okay then, I was gonna say he's tied down by rope, so the only way to get him free would be to cut him loose. But that is not the case. He's also got iron shackles, so I don't know why Justine didn't just set up a mechanism that lets him go.
Have you seen Justine?
Also, as far as these guys know, I believe they were just having dinner with Justine before, you know, Obviously she was, they were drugged or whatever. Then again, that is quite a weird mixed match of individuals to have dinner with. The detective, some random friend, and also a priest. Also, I'm very embarrassed. I've never had this much trouble setting up a tower before. I don't know what's going on with me today. All I want to do is actually set up the thing to get going, because I want to make life difficult for myself. Goodness gracious me. Well, I'm glad I didn't take that much damage. What I mean by I want to make life difficult for myself is I want to spawn that guy and then try and evade him when he gets about here. And go up there. Stupid, I know, but I did this 2 times before. I want to spice things up a bit. I'll be using this wonderful bucket to evade and capture his attention. He pushes that barrel with ease. Not gonna lie, I thought he was running at me there. That was terrifying. Such a good thing they're blind.
It's not too late to set things right.
Seriously, no interest in me, no matter what I do. Perhaps I'm doing this wrong.
Aiming up there.
Stupid, do your job. You're friggin' right it is, my friend. Ain't no way. Ain't no way! This man blind, deaf, and magic! I do know you can spawn him again if you walk back, so that'll be what I'm doing. Cause I think you're supposed to go over there, find no way, go back, find the broken ladder, and that'll spawn him. Come on, stupid. I want you to come in here.
Have you seen Justine?
Come on, I'm right here, I'm right on top of the box. Is he even trying to get me?
Have you seen Justine?
Would you be quiet already? I've heard you for ages. Dumbest idiot this side of the universe. That's quite alright, my friend. I sincerely apologize. Or do I? I don't. I meant what I did. Are you walking to me or from me? From me. Why should I expect any less? It's your job to try and kill me. Magic Man strikes again! Oh my goodness. My wits end of this guy, man. You know, I should just get out of here. He does hear me and then try to go after me, but then he...
Help me.
When he doesn't, like, feel me for, like, 1 second, he starts walking back. What a goober, what a goofball. Also, while we crawl through the tunnel of hell once more, I just want to say that Justine's experiment here is actually very fascinating. Removing her memory and seeing if she'll choose to save or kill or just, you know, like go the easy route on some of them by killing them so that she can just get out easier, but then saving the ones that are like easier to save. Or heck, maybe she's weird. Well, she is weird, but maybe she's like double weird and decides to save someone that's hard to save, yet kill the people that are easy to save. I forgot the wax cylinder. No, my routine! It's not worth going back for. But anyways, it is really a fascinating experiment. Too bad she's not doing it in any better way or using it for good. It's just simply fun for her, and that's about it.
Congratulations for coming this far. I'm so excited for you. I do hope you managed to save Monsieur Fournier. He was a friend and a colleague of my papa, you know. Friendly fellow, a real bon garçon, but frail of mind. He puts up an impressive front, but it is all an act, I assure you. Please, go on. We are just getting started.
Something I find interesting as well about these two games, Justine and The Dark Descent. In The Dark Descent, it was an amnesiac person with a tragic backstory where they were evil and couldn't handle their guilt, so they removed their memory. But they weren't evil necessarily because they were... well, it's complicated. They were... Daniel was evil, but I wouldn't say he was a bad person. But meanwhile, on the other hand, you have Justine, where she chooses to erase her memory, but just for the fun, just for a game. And she is very much a bad person, and also very much evil. It's essentially the same concept, but used differently.
On this next piece, you should be looking for some divine inspiration. Time to delve into your spiritual side. What do you see? Is the man begging for mercy, or is he being blessed? Perhaps both. Father used to say there were no right answers. Have the light guide you.
We're gonna finish Justine, and I'm gonna still have absolutely no idea what the slides are for, or what they mean, or anything like that. Perhaps you guys know though, and if so, do inform me. I'd be delighted to know. I feel like the answer's right in my face and it should be really, really simple, but it's just not clicking with me. I don't get it. Now, and here we have this guy, the hardest one to save. He also happens to be the meanest one. I'm surprised it didn't respond to the sound of a crashing bottle. It embarrasses me how hard it is for me to just pick something up from a bookshelf that's high up. I'm actually panicking a little bit on the inside right now because I know what I have to do. And I don't know if I have the strength to do it. There's gonna be a death here. It's gonna be both me. There's gonna be two deaths here, me and this guy. Me following him. Because I really... I don't know. I can't even remember what ones I tried last time, and if you get the deadly one, the scary one, the one that could ruin your life, he's dead at the snap of a finger, and I'm sure the answer is in here somewhere. I think one thing I haven't tried is 2 and 3.
Who are you? Who's there?
Your savior. Don't worry. You're in good hands, lad. Good, trustworthy hands that know exactly what they're doing.
For this. You'll burn for this.
I won't, because I'm gonna save you. But on the other hand...
Twisted child.
But on the other hand, why do I even care about saving this guy if he's gonna keep insulting me? But on the other hand, what if it's wrong and he just dies instantly? But 2-3, it's like the one thing I haven't tried yet.
Thy kingdom come.
Oh,
On
this is
earth
the most intense level pull I've ever done.
of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Christ.
Just do it, man. Do it. Own it. Own it. You know you're right. You know you're right. But you're so incredibly wrong.
Of Lord.
I have to be right. It just has to be. No! Hello again.
Burn for this.
Oh, you don't know that yet. What? I had confidence. That was 2 and 4. Don't do 2 and 4. Whatever you do, don't do 2. And here we are back in the library. You know, it's not exactly a Sunday stroll going down back to this area. It's a pretty long, annoying hike. So if I could just not have that happen again, that would be great. I believe I'm not supposed to use 2 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. But I don't know that for sure. I'm gonna have to think more carefully about this one. I must just be stupid, right, at this point where, like, when it's been so long and I still can't figure it out. I mean, the only hints I have is that he's a priest. I'm gonna ignore the fact that I just used the sword 2 times in a row. I mean, what about 2 and 4 was so bad? What about 2 and 3? That might work. But wait, haven't I already done 2 and 3 and didn't it not work? What about 3 and 2?
Who are you? Who's there?
No, you can mix match them? Three and 2, 3 and 2. 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 2. 2 and 3 didn't work. Maybe 3 and 2 will yield better results.
You'll burn for this.
We'll see about that, champ. Your life is in good hands. Alright, we're back in the library. Don't do 3 and 2 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2. 4 and 2. What about 2 and 4? I'm starting to think maybe I should just give in and look it up. I really don't know what to do. Wasn't there one where he was like, no, please have mercy, rather than just dying instantly? Maybe I should go back to that one. One and 2 is just an instant loss, right? Have I tried 4 and 2? Didn't that instantly lost me? What about 3 and 1? Oh! Oh no, 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 I'm sorry. The reason I did that is I thought I figured it out, but I guess I haven't. 1 and 3. That should work. Okay. Alright, did I do 1 and 3 the first time? No, I hit my mic. It's all out of order now. Everything's gone bad. What I mean, it's gone bad. It was already bad. It's gone worse. Think positive thoughts. 3 and 1 should work. Wait. I just did 3 and 1. I should do 1 and 3. Wait. I just did 1 and 3.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Which one's 1 again? Which one's 3? Freeze the kneeling. 1 and 3, yeah? Did I... Or did I do 3 and 1?
King of kings, Lord of lords.
Which one's 1 again? Did I do 1 and 3? Or did I do 3 and 1? No, then 1 has to be on the top.
And he shall reign omnipotent forever and ever.
Which one's 1 again? I don't remember. Didn't I just do it? I'm losing my mind. It's the cross, right? Then it doesn't make sense for 3 to be on the bottom. 3's the kneeling. Did I do 1 and 3 the first time, or did I do 3 and 1?
Lord.
1 on the bottom, 3 on the top. Oh, please, I don't want to play 5 minutes of gameplay again. It's been like 20 minutes since I first got here.
You'll burn for this.
Burn? I've already burned.
Burn for this.
I'm gonna not at all suspiciously pause while I not at all suspiciously check to see what I'm supposed to do. I am not currently looking up Amnesia Justine, how to save second person, and I didn't just enter that into the search bar. I am not currently clicking on a Steam guide link to find the answer. I'm not currently silently reading. That's just not something I'm doing. Alright, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna screw around. I'm gonna be serious. I did actually just look it up, and I am so glad I did. If I did that, I would have lost. It's 4 and 3. I can't believe I was so stupid.
Look out for Justine. That demon. She may still be close.
Closer than you think. What the heck was 4 and 3? I need to have a look at that. Didn't I try 4 and 3? No, I tried 3 and 4. It's the hero and the prisoner. Oh, also that guide taught me what the names of the slides were. Oh! I forgot about that. I'm really sorry about that, guys. That was a detour I didn't want to take, and there was a lot of hassle I didn't want to put you guys through.
I wonder, is Father David with his god now? Maybe you helped him there. Don't you worry. I'm sure he didn't have a family. He probably wasn't even all that well liked. With the current political climate, I'm surprised someone hasn't killed him already. We can't all be saved. Some don't even want to be saved. Yes, that is a comforting thought. saves us from trying.
You've got to be kidding me. If I... just let it be. These doors don't even have normal doorknobs. I never noticed. Is this how doors were back in the day? Or did we really use, like, rings to pull on the door? I kinda like it. Why don't we always do that? That's pretty cool. Has it really taken me this long to notice that there's rings on the door? I'm so embarrassed. Bazil, I'm gonna arrive into this location. I do hope you don't take out your vengeance and anger and grudge on me. Deep breathing means villainy is about. There's something over there, Bazil. Yes, you will. Yes, you do. Oh boy, do you have me. I'm in your hands. Captured me, you have. Okay, no more screwing around, let's go. This game's getting increasingly less scary the more I play it. And also I'm constantly worried about my commentary because, you know, there's less to say the more you go through it.
You've figured out how it all works by now. Are you enjoying my quips? I think they are quite clever. Not that I was ever much of a conversationalist. Poetry has always been my forte. But I digress. You should press on. It will all be over soon. Also, the police are here. Maybe they can help you.
Very humorous. Yes, I do quite enjoy a bit of comedy. There's a lump in my throat. Even though I know how to deal with this area now, and I know it's not as scary as it seems, the fear that this brings me... Gosh. Justine, you're one sick, twisted son of a gun. To fill this area with water? Best one yet, my left foot. Alley-oop. Let's just get it over with, you know, maybe if I do a light bit of talking while I do this, it won't seem quite so bad. But I have absolutely nothing to talk about, that's been the problem the whole time, but you know, a little bit of fear always pushes you to do what you previously could not. So let's see here. What is there to talk about? I have a wheel. Wheels are cool. It's rusted wheel. This shows age. I wonder how long that wheel's been down there for. I wonder what it's being used for. This mechanism. What could it have been used for? Oh wait, I know what it was used for, to open this door. The door that will help us escape inevitable death. Don't say inevitable. That means I lose. You'll have to excuse me, Marlowe. You see, I'm a bit afraid at the moment. I've saved you, detective. Even though you didn't ask me to. You also didn't say anything. Not me! Anyone but me! You can go for the detective now! You didn't even try to close the door, you idiot! He was right behind me, you don't understand! I don't understand! You know, I don't like that the music and the screams don't stop after you've continued on through the next door, because it just doesn't give you a chance to calm down. Your brain still thinks you're in danger. Ooh-wee, that was the closest one yet. Best one yet, my left foot.
Inspector Moreau, are you still with us? I'm looking forward to see if you managed to save him or not. I know very little about him, but surely he had a family, don't you think? Poor, fatherless children. But he falls on his own sword. His kind is not meant to come for people like me. Laws are made for cretins. The aristocracy doesn't need to know right from wrong. We are always right.
Well, unfortunately for you, those children do have a father, because I just saved him. Although, actually knowing Justine, she lets them die anyways, so... No way in heck, when she gets her memories back, is she gonna let them go. Although it is interesting that she does choose to save them without her memories, obviously depending on your choices, but still. I deserve a gold star for that. Pat on the back too. Maybe even a hug if I dare ask for such a thing. Perhaps even a pat on the head, which is somehow better than a pat on the back.
Well done. You have triumphed, conquered my cabinet. I wish I could tell you how you did, but alas, this is a recording. You will have to figure it out all by yourself. Did anyone survive? The doctor? The priest? Or perhaps the policeman? Who is allowed to live? Why? You should really reflect on these past events and consider what they meant to you, what you have learned about your true nature. Father never knew me. He thought he did, but then he was frightened. And nothing was ever the same again. I can still see him, lying there on the floor. He looked so surprised. The star-shaped soapstone stained by his blood fell to the floor with a sonorous thud. Blame me not, for I was but a child. With careful ambition, I dare to smile. Rest in peace, Papa.
Yes, indeed, rest in peace. Also, my back is killing me because much like a Tom and Jerry character, when I got scared there, I arched my body forward in such a way that now my, like, midsection torso is in pain. But hey man, it was scary. I didn't expect to fail like that. I didn't bring the door up enough. When have I ever done that? Never. I can attest to that with my own memory. And you can attest to that for video evidence, as I have an entire series where I lifted up doors and I always lifted up the correct amount for crouching.
And so it comes to an end. Now that you have seen what you truly are, you are able to go on and face eternity without fear, without doubt.
Fear and doubt are all I have been left with, disembodied voice. Oh, that scared me. I forgot about that. Wait a second. How did Justine get this to play when you entered the room? Life is full of mysteries. Well, that was an interesting reaction.
This was the best one yet.
My left foot.
So elaborate. It's just too much.
Oh yeah, it is. Only thing you're right on is it being too much.
Such intricate machinery. I can't for the life of me understand why he built this.
Well done, child. God be praised. You have saved us, child. Open the door.
Hey, you! Almost free. Come on, get us out of here!
Alright, so that first guy is somehow saved by you just leaving. It does somehow get him out. So, theory on that is Father David, when you let him out of his shackles, goes back to save that guy. No, wait. Problem discovered. The detective, the good detective. Marlowe's traversing the area. Even if he did escape, he has to get past Marlowe. And there ain't no way he escaped. All you do is lock the door so that Marlowe doesn't eat him. Oh yes, by the way. It seems Alois does not hurt you.
Can't hurt me anymore.
Yeah, whatever. It seems Alois can't hurt you, or rather, is like the least threatening. It's the easiest to avoid him. And even if he does, he probably only hits you to death. Meanwhile, Basile, he definitely wants to hurt you, and he definitely hits you to death. But Marlowe, while yes, he does eat you to death, pardon me, he does hit you to death, but one thing he also does is eat you. And that makes him scarier than the others. Marlowe is the most insane. Alois was very mentally weak, very fragile. And so all of the torture definitely drove him quite mad when he was already... well, he already seemed mentally ill to begin with. But he was still able to hold up some sense of self, while Basile holds the most sanity. He's sane for the most part, he's just filled with hate and anger. However, Marlowe, something happened to that poor boy. That guy, he went cuckoo. He lost it big time. He doesn't even... well, I think he does speak, but the man barely speaks, and when he does speak, it's probably gibberish. Plus, he eats people.
Don't want any of the guests coming in here.
Mademoiselle Justine, are you down there? Is everything all right?
Of course, Clarice, I'm quite all right. Is everything ready for tonight?
Yes, the goose is ready any minute now. The guests should be arriving within the hour. Did I hear voices from downstairs?
I certainly hope not.
Oh, silly me.
Yes, silly Clarice.
Did I get that before? I don't believe so. I did pick up Daniel's note, right? Why didn't she order for mail to be sent to Daniel? Instead I got this silly, like, tap on head, silly Clarice. Well, that's a mystery for another day. Probably never any day, because that was the final episode of Amnesia in general. I mean, next time we'll be continuing with A Machine for Pigs, which I'm very excited for. Machine for Pigs is less good gameplay-wise, but story-wise it's immaculate. And I can't wait to experience it with you. But for now, to keep it relevant, this was the final of The Dark Descent. The Dark Descent was absolutely amazing, and I had so much fun recording that entire thing. One of the most fun things I've ever done in my life, I'd wager. Justine was a ton of fun as well, except for one particular thing. Repetitive. It was very repetitive because of the 3 different endings achievement. Now, I personally don't think there was enough of a... Like, each of the endings, there wasn't enough of a difference in each one to really make it that much more fun replaying it 3 different times. Or if you're me and you're stupid and you can't figure out the Father David puzzle, then, like, replaying it 100 times. It gets old fast. And in this playthrough, I may have been more quiet than on the other ones because there just wasn't really anything for me to say. I spoke my piece vaguely in the first one, and I said the rest in the second one. And really, once you've said your main thoughts, that being my main thoughts on this game, that it's fantastic and it has a great story, and it's very fun, and it's, although it's short, I think really it being short works the best for it. I don't think it would have worked as a longer game. It's a perfect short story. And once you've said that, it's like, not much else to say really. There are a lot of mysteries, but there are no answers for those mysteries, only speculation. I've pretty much already said my thoughts on that too. Still, Amnesia Dark Descent was a fantastic game start to finish. Gameplay, story, it blew everyone all away when it came out. It was revolutionary. And the fear it brings, not for the enemies, as the AI and everything, and even the design can be quite... Well, it's aged, but the fear in the atmosphere of just walking through a castle, potentially always being in danger, it's all done so well. Really an excellent game, and the story... I never paid attention to the story in the past, but the story of the Dark Descent is immaculate, and I love it so much. Same feelings with Justine. Although fear-wise, it's much different. It's not really an atmospheric, slowly building, unnerving fear throughout the whole thing that just makes you want to exit the game at all times. It's more of a, like... it's more of a thriller, to be honest. You're very thrilled the entire time, and I will say it's very scary, of course, but it's not so much a creepy, unnerving experience as it is a wow, my heart's pounding and I'm about to fly out of this chair kind of fear. As you're being chased, like the Mallow encapsulates the fear in this one perfectly. But once you get to the, like, 3rd run, it loses its fear. Well, not entirely. I was still very scared at certain times, but Basile, for example, I just messed around with that guy. And same with Alois, they're really easy to get past. The only one that has any threat whatsoever is Mallow. And the unfortunate thing with Mallow is, even on the 3rd time, a lot of fear was gone. The only reason I was any scared at all is because, well, I was stupid and I didn't open the door. Actually, I'm gonna stop myself right there. The reason I didn't open the door all the way through is because I was scared to begin with, so I'm wrong. The fear with Mallow is still there, but again, it's not a creepy, unnerving fear. It's obviously a very in-your-face, you're about to die, breathing right down your neck kind of fear. I think the suitors are way more terrifying than any enemy in the Dark Descent, personally. The story behind them's a lot more unsettling. And the noises they make, the things they say. And also, well, actually, their general threat level is much lower than that of the Dark Descent. The grunts and brutes are a lot more threatening. There were more opportunities and a higher chance of them to kill you. Except for Mallow, which is like the peak of all Amnesia, the Dark Descent enemy fear and threat level. Because Mallow is literally just constantly chasing you, nothing you can do against them. You can't hide or anything. The only answer is death if you can't manage to open the door in time. Which is very difficult when there's, well, you know, a person to save and a gate to open. The music in this one too is really good, but a lot of it's just recycled from the Dark Descent, which the Dark Descent soundtrack is magnifique. I can't, well, I could pronounce the name of the soundtrack composer if I saw their name, but right now, only going based off memory, I can't pronounce it. But that person did a fantastic job. Each one of the tunes perfectly encapsulates each of the characters that it represents and each of the chases it represents, and also every like area it's in. Truly magnificent stuff. Alongside, it complements the story vibes very well as well. And I'm quite sad to see the series go, to be honest. I had a lot of fun with both of these, Justine Dark Descent. Had a great time. I'm really gonna miss it. But that's why I've recorded these and uploaded them on the channel. My experience with them is immortalized for you guys to watch and for me to revisit. That brilliant time I had will never truly be gone as long as the internet stays up. Those videos will always be there. There's something really beautiful about that. And I'm so happy that my experience is up here for anyone to see. I hope you guys had a great time. I know I did. As much as I want to keep talking about this game, it's about time for me to leave. My hour's up. I have things to go do. And another reason I don't want to stop talking is I'm getting really emotional that it's the end. It does hurt. As much as I'm glad it happened, I will always be sad that it's over, as it was a very good time. Still, I'm sure you guys have something to do, I have something to do, so thank you so much for watching, as always. I appreciate it a ton. Any amount of time spent is great. If you could leave a like or a subscribe, only if you enjoyed the content, then again, thank you so much. And commenting, I'd love to see what you guys have to say. So, stay tuned for next time where we play Amnesia, a Machine for Pigs. I will be taking another break again, I'm sorry. Maybe about 4 or 5 days as I try to make the Justine compilation. Amusing Moments Justine compilation. To tide you over while I'm gone. And then when I get back, a Machine for Pigs. So stay tuned, have a good one, bye for now.